I'm going to give you the secret to making millions of dollars right now in this economy. Because, and just bear with me, I'm fleshing out some sci-fi stuff here. Science fiction stuff, you know. So, just for a moment, pretend that this is a prelude to a book or something. What was it I was going after? TV, they always do face shots, you know, like giant face. That scares the crap out of me. I like it when it's like this, but they don't like that. They always have to zoom right into the face. I would have words with directors. They wouldn't like me because my opinions are apparently not backed by money. But a lot of people feel the exact same thing that I do. My popular opinion, what I think up here, is it's like a consensus. Let me clue you in on the reality. We are not the dominant predatory animal in this dominion, this time and space. This will help you to understand what's going on. You should have strummed it. The truth of it. Plugged in. If you don't believe me, I don't know. It's not an argument. It is what it is. It's the truth. And it's just a justification just to steal energy, to steal this, basically. It's what drives their society. Not lights, but the energy that runs everything. And you are just a food source for a machine to suck the living life out of you. And you think you take those drugs, they give you a quick fix up here? Not really. That's not what it is. They have got you so fooled, it's ridiculous. They're just giving you a taste of what you are supposed to feel. That's how you're supposed to feel, but they've been stealing it from you for so long. You've been down so long, you don't understand what it feels like to be free from a parasite. Parasite. Angelic parasites, I guess you could, if you want to use the modern lore. It's not quite modern, is it? Have you seen the way biblical people dress up? Their attire? So it's rather strange. I am someone that knows a little bit more than the average person. That's what kind of gets them sometimes. They say that that's just, because you got to focus on the here and the now. It's not what energy and matter is made out of. In fact, we're all just condensed energy, is basically what it boils down to. And then there's some kind of living force, which is made of energy, which is directing the actual matter. It's like, how would you put it? It's an AI. An AI designed us. That's not just a theory. It is. And just look at nature. There's some very, very, very uncanny things that don't get put into textbooks. You'll have an area where life is completely wiped out, and all of a sudden new life springs up. But in the beginning it's sort of like chaotic, but then all of a sudden you get these new animals springing up that are completely, absolutely intertwined with all the other animals. And then a tree grows, and then a bird erupts that is intertwined with that tree, and the bacteria is intertwined with the soil that supports that tree, and all these mechanisms, there's a connection. There's a consciousness. This is not randomness. There's a consciousness that is moving between all of these living entities. And that is something that they know. They just won't teach that in school. Nobody wants to say it because it makes it difficult to produce or to prove, basically. So, how you can prove it is by looking at the numbers of, well, how they did it was they looked at the number of growth of trees versus the size of the area of the forest. And they found that the trees always grow, the tall versus the short, based symmetrically, exactly, always to a formula. So the whole forest always grows to a formula. The forest itself, like an entity, like it's been meta tagged, is growing to a formula. But their idea is that it's interconnected species all competing inside of a space for competition. It has nothing to do with that. There's another mind that's over it. A Gaia mind, if you will, an overmind. And it is what is deciding what grows and what doesn't. And that is the thing that is omitted from everything. That is the thing that I'm trying to explain to you. It's there. It's all over science. It's right in your face. It's just so blatantly obvious. People always want some like amazing revelation to get. That's it. The childhood memories that you have, they're my memories. They're my memories. Your childhood memories are my memories too. We all share our own memories. Some of them good, some of them bad, but we all know. They're just little bits here change. Little things just change. Just to make it mix it up. It's called memory scrambling. And it is an expert at it. Especially when you start to try to empathically read it. Because, by the way, the vast majority of us who have evolved in this time and day are empathic to even just to a minor degree. It's like when you're walking down the hall and you think you need to stop because you need to talk to someone. And they'll say something like, oh, I was just thinking about that. No, you were already having a conversation. That's the truth. And everyone knows it. But nobody wants to talk about it because then you go down the whole line of trying to prove something. We've got to prove it. We've got to prove it. And that's not something you don't want to do. You don't want to prove that. Because it opens you up for all kinds of attacks. And the world, ultimately, with what it is it's been designed. But the mechanism which designed the world, at least life itself, is very simple. It's like a simple AI. Life is a simple AI. But the world itself, there was a living being before the world started. And I would call them the electric others. They're the ones that inhabit space. The space in our mind. Not just our thoughts, but I'm talking about plugged in. We're all plugged in to it. All of us. You should get that through your thick skull. You're plugged in. And your thoughts aren't your own. Your memories aren't your own. The memories that you had when you were a kid aren't your own. And this plug-in, all it is a justification to steal energy from you, what belongs to you. It is your energy. It is your life force. They don't have a right to take it from you. So just remember that. Always keep that strong. Don't believe what they throw at you. Don't believe what they say. Don't believe the things that they do. See, it's a pretty good idea for a book, right? I thought so. I was going to go for a really wild book on that one. It would last like 3 seasons, maybe 4. They would kick up. Oh man, would it kick up. Just mind-blowing. I like to get these subtle twists and turns and then bam! Just it changes the dynamics of the whole show all at once. I love doing that. But they said most audiences don't like that. They like a bit of repetitious boredom. I don't. I find that stuff too predictable. I mean, I've already predicted the season 3 ending plot, and they're only showing the pilot. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to think that fast ahead. Anyway, someone said they were being a smartass, and they said it can't be Christmas all the time. Well, motherfucker, it's Christmas today. That's right. And even though Christmas is inside of me, I'm celebrating Christmas. I don't have any Christmas presents, and I haven't got any for 40 years, I think it is. I think maybe I got a sock one time, which wasn't even mine. I think a senile grandmother took my grandfather's socks and gave them to me. I had fun with them. I'm pretty sure I put paint cans in them and shot them, and I made art out of it. They didn't like that, of course. Apparently I was possessed with the devil for doing that. But somewhere, some intelligent person might see that I was trying to create some kind of artistic statement out of it. But anyway. What are we watching? Watching sportsy sports. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I should be out there sweating hard and riding my bicycle. You think I want something that you've got. You think I want something. You think I want a fix or a high, some fleeting piece of crap moment. And makes your eyes water, and then you wake up the next morning and all the same shit is still denigrating in your life, and you're saying to yourself, what the hell was that for? Well, at least you got a moment. Don't you ever have that song stuck in your head? But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. No one ever has found what they're looking for, or at least most people haven't found what they're looking for. It's not a perfectly true statement. Most people haven't found what they're looking for, but I'm just trying to be true to the song. Anyway. I'm getting tired. Strauss. I was reading a book on Strauss. It was a kid's book. Because I like the sort of teen books. Not from a teen romance thing. No, it was a fantasy book, you know. It sort of had a dynamic of everything with characters in it and the fantasy setting, and it delved off into really strange locations. And the reason why I liked the book is because of the way the writer was. And I was captivated by the book, how it completely changed. 3 different releases and 3 different writing styles. The writing styles did not stay the same. The first book was good. It was good. It would leave you on these sort of mini cliffhangers and then fulfill the cliffhangers. Just like the old classics way of doing writing. To keep you entertained and entertain and lead you up to a story and then reveal elements of those stories in each of your chapters. And then the second series came out, and it was not the same writer. The punctuation was different. The way the storytelling was hectic. It was blipping back and forth to different ideas. It was like it was written by a woman. My forensic brain is telling me that this was a woman that wrote this, and he just plugged his name on it. And then the third in the series, I don't think it was him either. I think he wrote the original book, and the last two different people wrote it. They just wrote it under his name, which is happens a lot with writers, right? Their stuff gets taken. I don't understand what goes on behind the scenes there, but I know they take people's stuff and they put their own names on it. but it's pretty evident when you could crack open a series book and you can see how the writing has drastically changed. You could say, well, maybe something drastically happened in their life. No, I don't think so, because I've met a lot of people that, 40 years ago, their writing style, it comes through. And even today, when you ask them and you tell them, I want you to write something not in your writing style, just give me a chapter. Just shoot me out, and they give you a chapter, and you can spot their writing style. Even though how hard they try, you can spot their writing style. Now, those books that I read, the books in the series, were not from the same person. They were completely different writers. The writer that claims to have written those books was not the writer of those books. That happens a lot. Which is like, I know a lot of the stuff that I've written ends up on other people's manuals, ends up under other people's names, which is why I got this idea. Seeing my stuff and published in other people's works, with absolutely no credit, of course. Well, then it's this fight, right? And I did a retrospect. Why am I here? Why am I even trying? Why is it this way? Why is it that I always get screwed over and I'm always the one who has to go and mow somebody down or drag them out to the middle of the world, hook tractors up to them and have a drawn-in quarter session just to get a little information out of them? Why? Why? I'm asking you. Why should it have to come to that? Why? Why should it be that bad? It shouldn't. It shouldn't be that bad. I'm tired. I had to say something earlier. I never expected any good thing from anyone. I expect good things. I do. I expect good things. I've never expected good things from people. Because people have never failed to disappoint me. And so it's just something as a defense mechanism I've always learned to always expect nothing from anyone. And on that, you have absolutely 100% delivered. Excellent. I give you high marks for delivering that. Because you've delivered exactly what I thought that you would deliver, which is absolutely nothing. I was never disappointed at all. There was nothing to be jealous of or to be disappointed of, because simply I never expected anything to begin with. So anything past that, maybe there might have been something to get stirred up, but it just didn't happen. Because you see, I guess I played the cards so that I knew exactly what was going to happen to begin with. And I already knew that it wasn't going to. So, how do you say that? How do you say that? Sensibilities. Respectfulness intact. How do you say that with that? I don't know. Everyone's got their rules and their ways of making money. But I can tell you there are beings in our world. And they get high off of what you think and what you feel. And these memories up here, these are not so solid. We're not so solid. And I don't mean that like you think. I mean that you can be walking down the street and listening to someone talk about a childhood memory that was his own, and it's yours. It was your memory. When you get the clues, you'll get the clues. World is copies, bits and pieces, shoveled together from different memories to try to make it for some horrible, horrible tragedy that happened. To try to make a person out of us, and then when we fail, they just mosey you over to a trash chute, kind of like in Logan's Run or something. Go for the sky, and My light is beeping. It's all garbage, man. It's garbage. Anyway, I wish I could get back on topic, but my brain is just about to shut down. I mean, literally. I feel like the whole front of my head is squeezing shut. Just remember the secret I taught you. It's not about the money that you have. It's not about any of that. There's nothing to be jealous of because this is what they're after. They're after this. They're after this. They're plugged in and they're trying to sap you, to sap the juices and the energy from your body. That's what they're after. They're after this. They want to steal it away. They want to take it. Any little weakness, any flinch, just a fucking fraction of a millisecond, and bam, it'll drain you dry. That's how quick they are. And you can't. You have to be a warrior. You have to be always on guard with your mind and where it's going. Simple things. It's not what it's concerned with, because it's like a hunter. It's only after one thing. Its fix is to steal your energy, to steal your air, to steal whatever you've got. And it moves in hunter, like a fast predator. And it hits right for the mark. And if it misses, that's your opportunity. Right? That's when you strike. Because it does not expect to miss. Anyway, I'm going to watch this TV show here. And put the rest of my lights up. I'm going to plug myself in so that maybe I can plugging myself in. Hey, that's right, self-dentistry. I was never disappointed in my life with anything because I expected everyone to fail and I expected nothing from anyone. And when some asshole across the street yells, "Nothing, man, nothing!" Just really? That's exactly what I expected. So, what's the difference? When I was 8, when I was 10, when I was 12, when I was 13, when I was 14, when I was 15, when I was 16, nothing, 20, nothing, 30, nothing, 40, nothing, 50, nothing. See? There's a theme going on here. So, whatever the hell it is that you're trying to make me feel, fuck off. I don't feel it. You gotta have a little good in your life before you can dangle carrots in front of someone. And it just so happens to be that I am the epitome of your shithole tortured system. I am what came out of it. There's no good in anything. There's moments, brief, tiny, little moments that are fleeting. They're like that, and they're gone. They're gone. And you always wonder why. Why does that feeling leave me? I'm telling you, why does the feeling leave you? Come on. It's not beyond impossible. It's very likely the truth. Very, very likely. Something to consider.